My team that I'm paying for, Ole Miss playing the ugly dogs of Georgia. Yeah, we've got that game that's going to go on later on tomorrow. We've got quarterfinal matchups. They're going to pit the best programs against each other, and you're going to get that trophy in January. But over to Orlando, the Citrus Bowl is kicking off pretty soon. Weekends are for football, so are Wednesdays and Thursdays. We've got Trey Wallace, senior national college reporter for OutKick. Trey, always great to see you, my friend. Let's start out with the one that's going on later on this afternoon. It's the Citrus Bowl down in Orlando. A little bit of turmoil with Michigan over the last couple of weeks, huh?
It's been hectic to say the least, Bob. Good to join you, buddy. It has been nonstop news coming out of Michigan, whether that is Jerome Moore, the old head coach, that's out, or the new coach, Kyle Whittingham, getting the job. But today's matchup with Texas is sure to be a fun one. You're going to get a Bryce Underwood versus Arch Manning type of game. Don't know what to expect from both teams as we get into these bowl games where some players opt out. But, man, I'm telling you, two premier programs around college football looking to get back to that statue. So, yeah, going to be a fascinating afternoon in Orlando.
Yeah, did I read that the Arch is coming back for next year?
Yeah, he's back. He's back. I don't think he could have gone anywhere when it comes to the NFL. He could have tested it just based off the name, but yeah, he'll be back for the 2026 season. So good news for Texas fans.
Yeah, amazing. All right, let's go on to the next one in the timeline. We're talking about the Cotton Bowl in Arlington, Texas. A different look right now. We've got Ohio State and Miami. I mean, this is going to be a fun one to watch.
Yeah, no, this one's fascinating to me. I have no idea what Miami offense is going to show up against Ohio State. Having seen Ohio State and the Buckeyes in person a number of times this season and covered them, that defense is going to be mauling them tonight, I think. But this could be a game where Carson Beck comes out of nowhere and throws for 250, 300 yards, and the Miami offense looks like something brand new. So, yeah, we kick off the CFP quarterfinals tonight in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So this is going to be a lot of fun. This one will bring in the new year and potentially maybe bring an upset. Maybe Miami can pull this thing off against Ohio State tonight.
Oh, boy. I mean, wouldn't that be something? That's like, wow. That would be, I don't know. I don't know if I put my money on that one or not. Let's go to tomorrow. No. So we got the New Year's Days one that are going up. Oregon playing out there in Florida. This one, it's an actual outdoor game, which is going to be outdoors, but I don't think weather's going to have much of a factor to it.
No, it's going to be beautiful in Miami. If there's the other spot that I'd probably like to be at besides the 40 degrees in New Orleans right now, it'd probably definitely have to be Miami, Bob. But yeah, this one to me is another one. It's like, okay, can Texas Tech be the guys that hang with the big boys here? Can they make their own type of statement? We've seen what they've done with their NIL and their roster budget. And can they put it all together for 4 quarters against Oregon and advance in the CFP? This one's going to come down to both defenses, and I'm curious to see what Oregon's Dan Lanning can draw up against Texas Tech and a high-octane offense. So fascinated to see what goes down in Miami. Weather probably shouldn't be a factor in this one besides some nice cool breezes.
Some cool breezes, maybe a sun glare, something we're not used to in the Northeast at this point, but that looks good. Trey, the one that's going to feature some weather, unfortunately, it's going to be some heavy rain, too. It's the Rose Bowl, and they've moved it up an hour, too, so rain is still going to be out in the forecast.
Yeah, this one's a little curious to me about Alabama not having a rushing attack lately, Bob. One, can they finally put it together in a wet weather game? The only thing would be missing out of this one maybe would be the potential beautiful sunset out in Pasadena. But this is going to be a really good one. 2 different offenses. Let's see if Alabama can put it together. We know from Fernando Mendoza from Indiana should have a stellar game. This one's the granddaddy. I love the Rose Bowl. I hate the forecast. We'll see if they can push through it here. And if Alabama's going to win, they're going to have to be able to rush the ball. What better weather to rush the ball in than a little slop fest?
Yeah, it is going to be sloppy because the offensive line knows when a snap is. Defensive line does not. It's going to be ugly for sure. Listen, which Alabama team's going to show up? The one against the SEC championship game or the one that we just saw where they came back?
I think it's the team that came back. Yeah. Alabama, is not used to being the us against the world mentality. Usually it's them against the world. This is a different kind of feel to this one. So, them going in as underdogs, that might prove out to be in their favor. So really curious to see how Alabama shows up. If it's the second half against Oklahoma, Indiana probably has a run for its money here. If it's the first half, Indiana might run away from this one.
Yeah, I hope not. Well, it's going to be great. This is the one, though, that I'm invested in literally. I throw money at Ole Miss all the time because of tuition. Yeah. Ole Miss, the dogs. Now, I know what you're going to say, but it is difficult to beat the same team twice in one season.
I don't disagree with you here.
Hmm.
I think Ole Miss is look. I was in Oxford I guess it was about 10 days ago. My
Yep.
days are all running into each other now, and I got to see an Ole Miss team that put all the nonsense of the Lane Kiffin saga at least on hold for a day. Can they do that again here? I am curious to see Ole Miss, Trinidad Chambliss, what they've been able to do with the offense. They still have the same play caller and Charlie Weiss
Right.
Jr. that's
Right.
there. I know you give a lot of money to that school. I know you're hoping Ole Miss can come out on top here and potentially go to the Fiesta Bowl next week. I do think Ole Miss pulls the upset and beats Georgia on Thursday night. This one is lining up to be so. It's already a fantastic story just for what the players are doing. But I don't know. I just there's something about this Ole Miss team right now. Pete Golding, the new head coach.
Yeah.
It's been a fascinating story. I think they get it done inside the Superdome.
Trey, I'm going to give you a sandwich for that one. You're the first one who's picked them. I absolutely, I love that. Well, I mean, I'm looking at this right now. Who do you think is going to take the whole thing? I know Ole Miss is America's team at this point just because they got shafted so hard a couple of months ago. Who do you think is going to take the whole thing?
Yeah, when I really look at the teams that could be going to the semifinals next week, and my at least my predictions for what's going to happen over the next 48 hours,
Hmm.
I have to say Indiana. Indiana is my team right now with Fernando Mendoza at quarterback. The way they are playing offensively,
Yeah.
especially on the defensive side too,
Hmm.
bringing the pressure. They've earned this spot, and I understand people around the country might be like, "Wait a minute, Indiana national championship in football." This is a really good football team, and
Yeah.
Kurt Signetti, the head coach, has put this all together. So I'm going with the Hoosiers right now. We'll see who gets out of this quarterfinal matchups over the next 48 hours, like I said, and maybe I have to change that pick. We'll see.
I don't know, Trey. Listen, I'm with you. If I put my tuition hat aside and didn't have a player in there, I'm pulling for Indiana just because it is such a good story. Mendoza, what a great character that guy is.
No, he really is, and the way he handles himself,
Yeah.
and I think this post game coach have been so fantastic, and
Hmm.
people getting to know him, which is even better. He is great for college football. So yeah, Bob, if we got to put the Ole Miss tuition aside, maybe
Yeah.
Indiana is the team for America in this one to get behind.
I
So
agree.
I'm curious to see how it plays out. Going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, me too. Trey Wallace, is always great to talk to you, my friend. And which quarterback would I rather see in the draft, Mendoza or the kid from Vandy? That's a great question.
Diego Pavia, huh? Who's currently losing at the moment right now. So
Yeah,
we'll see how he comes back.
I
So
would
happy
say,
New Year to you, Bob.
yeah, you too, buddy. It's great to talk to you. See you next year, my friend.
Look forward to it.
Yeah.